Alright guys, welcome back to another Fire Emblem Heroes video. In today's video I'm going to be going over the 4 new dances that's been introduced into the game just a few days ago. I'm going to be reviewing them and giving my opinions and thoughts on them. So without further ado, let's get to it. So here we go. So first off is Azura, and we've already got a Azura in the game. She's a blue lance unit, but this Azura is a green axe unit, and she has a legendary weapon, unlike the other Azura, who just has a Sapphire Lance Plus. Anyways, a mysterious songstress who appeared at the theater in Cirkinsia? I'm not sure. Has overwhelming singing abilities. Appears in Fire Emblem Fates. Well, I gave that a shot. Anyways, skills learnable at 5-star. Oh boy, here we go. The Urar, or Aurora? Alright, fuck it. Moving on. So it's got a might of 16 and it's a melee range weapon. So if single dance is used, target also gets granted attack, speed, defense, and resistance plus 3. So basically if you dance or sing to a target ally, the ally also gets a buff in every single fucking stat. Which is pretty good. Anyways, so you got the sing ability because she's a singer. Then you got triangle adept 3, which you already know what that does, and drive resistance 2. So the last of the drive skills. Drive attack 2 is on Delthea. Drive speed 2 is on Brave Lucina. So they're both blue units. And now we have drive resistance 2, which is on a green unit. Nice. So grants allies within 2 spaces resistance plus 3 during combat. Right. So yeah, like based off all the skills here, I'd say she's well, for starters, she's definitely who I'm looking forward to getting the most out of this banner. Mainly for the character, because I've already got a pretty good blue lance Azura, and I just want the green one just to sort of complete the collection. So let's take a more in-depth look at the skills. So like obviously her legendary weapon grants a all-round buff after you use dance or sing to an ally target, which at first glance seems pretty powerful. But well, it is pretty powerful, let's just say that first. But the thing is, what I usually like to do is have my targets attack, and then have my singer or dancer sing, and then pull them out of the range of danger from like another unit. Because usually what I like to do in the arena is I like to one-shot my opponent, and then get my singers or dancers to dance them out of danger, like sing to them or dance to them, and then they can draw back or reposition or whatever, and move the dancer and themselves out of harm's way after the one-shot kill. So I kind of need that buff before, you know, the single dance. The single dance is more used as a escape route in my case. So for me, this is kind of situational. So maybe if there's like 2 targets, and with that extra little bit of buff all around, maybe if I was using like a blade tome user and that extra buff, because I don't know if it stacks with like the existing hone buffs. I guess it probably doesn't, because it looks like it's buffs that are applied before combat. So if you guys don't already know this, but buffs applied before combat, they don't really stack. So you just get like the strongest version of it. So say if you got Hone Attack 3, which gives you attack +4 before combat, and then you have something that gives you attack +3 or something, it'll just count the one that gives attack +4. But the thing with so the buffs that do stack, buffs that take effect during combat, so like spurs and drive and like things like death blow and stuff, that's not really a buff, but it's just a stat augmenting skill thing. But anyways, those things do stack, but this stuff, I don't think it stacks, so I'm not too sure if because if I had a Blade Tome user, I would already run a whole bunch of Hone stuff before engaging in the initial fight, if you get my drift. So yeah, this is kind of situational. Definitely better to have the buff there than to not have the buff there, but I question its utility, because for me, I usually use it as an escape route, like the dance. So yeah, anyways, that's my point of view on it. But anyways, Triangle Adept 3, yeah, I would say this is pretty useful on a dancer or singer. I think most of my dancers or singer, not that I have too many of them, but they usually run the skill, because how I like to build my dancers and singer is I like to build them to be able to take one hit from their neutral color and survive that hit, and then build them so they can counter the color that they're strong against. So like if they're red, then they should counter like green, like definitely, no questions asked, sort of thing. And if they go against the color that they're weak against, they'll like, no question about it, die instantly, because they're not tanks or anything like that. So for them to not worry about 2 colors or possibly 3 colors, because colorless is there to like be worried about as well. But yeah, so like if they can deal with surviving 2 colors, that's good enough for me. They're always gonna die to like the color they're weak against. So yeah, like I wanted to take a look at her stats as well, and yeah, give my overview on that. So her neutral HP is going to be maxed out at 35. Her neutral attack is going to be maxed out at 32. So let's see, 32 attack plus 16, so 42, 48. So her neutral attack is going to be at 48, which is quite strong for a dancer or singer. So neutral attack at 48, and then with a boon in that, you get let's see, you get 3 more. So you get 51 attack if you have a plus attack green Axe Azura. 51 attack for a support unit. That is insane. So I think that's what you want to go for, because if you have Triangle Adept and you're fighting a green unit and you have 51 attack, you're gonna deal some damage with just the 1 hit. I think 1 hit will be enough. Anyways, her neutral speed is 34, and yeah, this is another one of her standout stats. In fact, she's got 3 of those standout stats. Anyways, her neutral speed is 34. Her so that's faster than the other Azura. Can't remember her speed off the top of my head. I think her one was like 30, 33, and then 36 or something. So Azura, like this one's got basically 1 speed higher than the other Azura in all the speed stats. So she's like 31, 34, 37. So her neutral speed is 34. Her, if you get a speed boon, it's going to be 37. which is quite good because 36 I feel like is the sweet spot for not getting doubled by much of the enemies in this game. I think lots of Blade Tomb users generally they have around 41 speed if they're like on the low speed side. So 41 speed, 41 minus 5, yeah. Oh well, it'll still double you if you have 36 speed, because 36 plus 5 is like 41. Is it 5 or lower, or is it exactly 5 that allows you a double? Anyways, you won't have to worry because it will be 37, so that will just make people with 41 speed exactly 4 speed higher than you, so no, they can't double you. But so if you had 36 speed, you might have to worry a little bit about that stuff. But yeah, generally all my Blade Tomb users are like 43 or 44 speed, so won't work against that, I guess. But I don't run Blade Tomb now anyways, because Reinhardt and Bravelyn. Anyways, her defense is on the low side. It's 17, 20, and 23. So yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, she's not very physically tanky. So the stat is pretty sad. For her resistance, it's 24, 28, and 31. So if I could have a IV choice, I would go for maybe a plus attack or plus speed, and definitely minus resistance, because her lowest resistance is 24, which is insane still. Like you can, with 24 resistance and triangle at it, like Reinhardt will just tickle you. You're like, it's insane. So I don't know, like her defense, if you get minus defense, if you get neutral defense, it doesn't really make a difference. If you get plus defense, then I'm sorry, like she's with 23 defense, that's nothing. My Lucina has 26 defense and she dies to like everything that doubles her, so it's crazy. So yeah, like I think if I was building her, I would focus mainly on her attack, and to try to get that counter for anything that's blue targeting her, because I'll use her as a wall against blue units for sure, and I'll try to build her so she can survive a single hit from green attackers. Well, I guess a lot of the green attackers, aside from Hector and Amelia, like I see a lot of green mages like Nino and Julia. So if you had a speed boon, it would work in favor against Nino, because if she can't double you, she may not be able to kill you. Julia, yeah, I think if she gets her special off, she can kill you. Not too sure if she doesn't though. But you do have only 32 or 35 or 39 HP. So I definitely consider putting the HP seal on her, if not the speed seal. But actually I don't remember all the seals off the top of my head. I guess you could put like distance defense on her, and maybe switch Triangle Adept 3 for Fury 3 to get that little bit of additional defense against units that are the same color. I think she should still be able to tank blue units quite well, especially magic users, but in terms of physical defense, yeah, a little bit dangerous. So I think I've been rambling quite a long time on just one character. Maybe I should speed this up. Yeah, I definitely should. Anyways, moving on to the second character, we have Inigo. Inigo is a green mage who is also a dancer. So this is looking pretty good. A descendant of the dancer Olivia, he carries on his departed mother's dancing and her power. Appears in Fire Emblem Awakening. Oh, okay. Anyways, so you got Dancer's Ring Plus, his default weapon. It's got a might of 12 and it's got a range of 2. If unit initiates attack, adjacent ally recovers 7 HP after combat. So it's basically Breath of Life built into the weapon, which I must say is kind of shitty, but that's alright. So he's got Dance. We all know what Dance does, which is cool. He's got Gale Dance. So if single dance is used, target also gets granted speed plus 4. So basically the same problem I would have with this skill is the same problem I'd have with Azura's one, which is way better because it's plus 3 in every single stat. But I usually use my dances as a getaway tool after I one-shot an enemy, and like say there's 4 enemies on the enemy team. I one-shot one of them, and then I'm in like the danger zone still because 1 or 2 of the other guys can still hit me. So then I get my dancer, and then I go dance my guy who just pulled off the one shot, and then my guy draws the dancer back or repositions the dancer back, so he himself gets out of the sticky situation, and he also takes the dancer out of the sticky situation. So I'm not really using my dancers to like pull off a double attack sort of thing. So ideally I need those buffs like before the dance, not like after I do my one-shotting or whatever. Plus I don't think it stacks with Hone stuff, so I don't know. Okay, so he's got Hone attack 3, so we all know what that does. Don't need to go over it. So it's pretty good. I don't have to kill off a what's it, 4-star female Corrin, or yeah, that's who I use. Like, I don't know anyone else. I guess Olivia has it maybe at 4-star, but not too sure. Anyways, so this guy, the last time I checked at the tier list, he said is plus. So he's like, I think the reason for that is because he can deal with the popular units in the arena right now, the meta units, which is basically just Deathblow Reinhardt plus attack and just bam bam. Since he's a green mage, he counters Reinhardt because Reinhardt's a blue mage. And Brave Lyn is another popular choice because basically everybody pulled her. I'm pretty sure got her for free as a free unit thing. So yeah, like there's a very specific way I would build him because he's capable of a lot of things. But first I want to actually take a look at his stats because I actually don't know this myself. So he's got a neutral HP. Well, let's start at the low first. So he's got, for HP, he's got 33, 37 and 40 at 5 stars max level. So yeah, so that's actually okay-ish for HP, like not too much. I guess a little bit on the low side, but he's a support character, so what can you expect? Attack, he's got 24, 28 and 31. Oh boy, this is pretty shitty. A pretty bad attack. So let's say 28 attack plus 12 is 38, 40. So at neutral and with the default weapon, he's gonna have 40 attack. 40 attack is bad. 40 attack is nothing. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Speed, he has. I'm trying to think of other units with 40 attack, like my Tiki, even with minus attack, has 43 attack. So like, yeah, 40 attack is not good. So for speed, he's got 30, 33 and 36. So the same speed as vanilla Azura, like the blue Lance Azura. Just not too good, not too bad. If you manage to pull neutral or a speed boon, it's pretty good actually. 36 is like a safe number, as I was mentioning earlier on. But ideally 37 maybe. Anyways, defense 19, 22 and 25. So pretty pretty shitty defense, like standard shit defense, which is to be expected from support units. And for resistance, he's got 17, 20, and 23. Okay, so so yeah, let's go over like, oh my god, his stats aren't that good. It's okay, I guess we can work around with his skills. The way I probably build him is, first off, I chuck a Grand Raven on this guy, Grand Raven Plus, just so he's effective against colorless units. So that's automatic. That automatically makes him a counter to Bravelyn, because Bravelyn's well, I don't know what kind of thing she has for her B-slot skill, but that B-slot exclusive skill that Bravelyn has basically says anything with a sword and axe and lance and stuff like that shouldn't be able to counter range, can't counter range. I believe even arrows can't counter her, so like basically all physical weapons can't counter her. And she's a ranged attacker, so it's pretty troll. But the thing is, it doesn't say anything about magic and dragon breath. So if you have lightning breath plus, or you have any of the magic tombs, you can definitely for sure counter her. So if you get a Grand Raven plus, which is a magic tomb that makes your character yeah, like defensively as well, it makes your character effective against colorless enemies. So yeah, you're gonna be able to counter with a magic attack, and it's gonna be, you're gonna have the color advantage. So unless she has something like what's it, cancel affinity or something, but I don't think they run that stuff. Yeah, so yeah, you're gonna be able to counter her and not at the same time not take too much damage. So that's why I give him the Grand Raven Plus, which you can get from 3-star Cecilia. No, well, not 3-star Cecilia. I mean, you can get from Cecilia, but she does not get it until 5-star. You can get Grand Raven without the plus at 4-star, but you need a 5-star Cecilia to sacrifice in order to get Grand Raven Plus. So good luck with that. 20,000 feathers. But once you get it, you gotta be on the top of the world, or at least half of it. So to counter Reinhardt, since he's a green mage, his resistance is kind of shitty. Like my death blow plus attack Reinhardt can definitely kill this guy. So what you would definitely need to do is put Triangle Adept 3 on his A slot, which will up the effectiveness of your Grand Raven Plus. And at the same time, because green has the color advantage against blue, it'll up your survivability and effective damage. You know what? Reinhardt dies to everything. It's just he's able to one-shot everything, but he just dies instantly to everything as well. So if you can live through the Dire Thunder, which does like I think 59 times 2 or something. Yeah, if you can live through that, like what I'm talking about is like neutral damage, but without like the resistance and color advantage applied. But if you can live through that, then he's dead. So yeah. Oh, we also got like Luna and Moonbow to look out for, but I think it should be fine. Like if you chuck Triangle Adept 3 on this guy, and since he's green, he's gonna be able to just like probably walk away, not too scratched. So Hone Attack 3 I would probably keep on this guy. Like, oh, also I was saying earlier on in the Azura thing that I typically like to build my characters to survive one hit against their own color. So let's see. Grand Raven Plus makes them effective against Bravelin, or just grey or colourless or silver, whatever units. So that's one colour dealt with. And then because he's green and you're giving him triangle added 3, he's definitely for sure going to survive a blue unit. And then for green units, his own colour, I would definitely take out Gale Dance 3 because not useful for me for the way I use dances. And I would give this guy, what's it? Green Tombbreaker. Well, I might consider Axebreaker actually, depending on which one. Anyways, Green Tombbreaker is basically, well, let's say Julia cannot W, so just be for Nino counters. But I think his resistance is a little bit too low to even survive one of Nino's attacks. So if she can do, if she does her Ground Blade fully charged up, she can probably just one-shot you without attacking again anyways. So yeah, probably not Green Tombbreaker now that I think about it, but maybe Axebreaker, because that way you can, like, even if you have shit speed, you can still double every single green axe unit. And since they're axe units, what? Fuck, they would still kill you. Yeah, I'd have to look into that, but I would give him either Green Tombbreaker or Axebreaker. Just something to consider, because I don't think his Gale Dance 3 is that good. Otherwise, give him Wings of Mercy 3 or Escape Route. I believe that would work as well. Alright, so let's take a look at Olivia. Man, I'm dragging this out quite long. Not to toot my own horns, is that how you say it, or anything, but this might be the most in-depth review these characters. Olivia, alright, a dancer who brings a smile to people's faces. Oh my god, yeah, you look cute, but you're in the colorless circle. You're not gonna bring a smile to my face. Like when I pull Reese, my face is just full of sadness. And then I'll get like Clarine. I mean, she did help me through early game, but Clarines, man, like there's so many. And then you get like Sarah and Saizo and all that shit. Those are not smiley face things. Like they don't put a smile on my face. Like some people might like it. I don't like it. I pull this down so I might get a smile on my face. And then I check her IVs and it puts like minus speed or minus attack. That smile is just like instantly gone. It's just, anyways, too much risk involved. So anyways, she had appeared at a performing arts festival in Yalice. Appears in Fire Emblem Awakening, I figure as much. Dances fan, so basically now I'm getting tired. Basically a Breath of Life and a defense and resistance -7 after combat until the end of foe's next action. So you know, anything post combat is not that useful in my opinion because it's a one-shot meta. So like if you hit someone and they don't die, they get debuff, they're still gonna like kill you, or their friends are gonna kill you. So fuck it, like I don't know, it's not that safe. So she's got dance, obviously. We'll know what that does. Distance defense 3. So this gives her defense against you know, things that attack from a distant, because it's distant defense, not close defense. I don't know. Anyways, defense and resistance +3 during combat if she gets attacked by like distant stuff, which is quite cool. Yeah, quite good. So last off, okay, well, and then so that's her A slot, and then for her B slot she's got Blaze Dance 3, which grants units attack +4 when she dances or sings. So you know, this one is I think the best out of, well, not the best, but the second best after Azura's one, because there are definitely situations where you don't use dancers or singers for escape, and that's if you need to dance or sing to finish off the enemy, which is in very rare occasions actually a thing. But when it becomes a thing, then you do want that attack buff. Like, you don't go into a fight with less than optimal speed if you know, like, speed is you want to be able to double them on every single attack. You don't just want to be able to double them on the second attack when you go in, like after you get danced. But attack, you can say like a little bit of extra damage at the second fight is pretty good. But yeah, like, yeah, this is alright. I mean, next to Azura's one, this is like probably the better one. It's still not too good though, not the way I use my dancers anyways. So for HP, it's 31, 34, and 38. So again, it's quite low. Like, if you, especially if you get like a minus HP one, 31 HP, that's nothing. Her attack is 34, what the fuck? 24, 28, and 31. So pretty low attack, no surprises there. Stagger users always have low attack, and then she's a dancer on top of that, so wow, damn. In fact, I think she's got pretty standard dagger attacks. Like, her dagger attack is pretty on par with all the other ninjas, so that's quite alright then. She doesn't take that penalty on top of being a dancer, you know. Speed is 31, 34, 37, so 37 you definitely want because you want to not be able to get doubled. And plus, if you get 37 speed and then you put life and death on her, I think I would if I get a plus speed one, but I'm not. I'm probably not even gonna pull for her. So anyways, yeah, you definitely want to focus on her attack or her speed. Oh, actually, she's got pretty high resistance as well. Anyways, so if you pull a plus attack or a plus speed one of her, you can definitely put life and death 3 on her to give her that plus 5 attack and speed bonus, making her able to double units and at the same, you know, get those range kills. Especially if you like gave her Kagero's Poison Daggers Plus, which is effective against infantry units. There's not too much infantry units in the game, like in the arena at the moment, I feel like, especially around the higher tiers. It's usually just a whole bunch of horses or a whole bunch of like armored dudes flipping around and shit. Cause you got the Black Knight thing with the Tempest trial going on, so everyone's gonna be running Black Knight, and maybe cause he's got built-in distant count, and then like everyone's got Hector now, I think, and Amelia or whatever the fuck. Yeah, so gonna be a whole team of armor dudes with reposition flipping around. Otherwise it's just gonna be a whole bunch of horses flipping around with reposition. So yeah, like infantry, effective against infantry is probably not gonna be that good, but it's good enough. It's like the best build you can make her, and plus we can't predict the future. Infantry might come back as a meta in the future, like once dragons get stronger or once infantry stuff gets like a buff or something like that. I mean, things like infantry pulse is already pretty OP, so if we get more things for infantry, then yeah, meta might shift. it might come in handy again. Poison Dagger's plus. So put Poison Dagger plus on her and Life and Death 3 on her if you get a attack or speed boon sort of pull. And yeah, like her defense is pretty sad. It's 12, 16, or 19. So with 12 speed, with 12 defense, it's safe to say she's gonna die from like a drop of water or some shit. So yeah, let's just say she has no defense. All right, it's like if she gets touched, she's dead. She's just dead, instantly dead. Because with the combination of low HP and low defense, she's just like, she dies in half a hit. However, her resistance is 25, 28, or 31. So she's a very effective mage counter. So you can keep that in mind once the mage meta comes back. Like, well, we have the horse mage meta now, but infantry mage meta with the blade tomes and all that stuff. So this might come in handy. If you get a plus resistance one, then all hope is not lost, because you can just use Iceberg or what's the other one? Glacies? Yeah, I think it's Glacies. And you'll do a lot of damage, I think. Yeah, you'll do a lot of damage. You just have to charge it up first, which might result in you dying, but if you don't die, then you get the damage, which is pretty good. So that's enough talk about Olivia, because I don't know, like myself, I'm not gonna pull for her because it's just too much bombshells in the colorless pool. Like a Klein would be good, Takumi would be alright because I've got a not optimal Takumi. I like Kagero, so a Kagero would be nice. I've already got some Elises, so no need for that. Jenny would be nice, I guess, but you know what? When you pull colorless, you're just gonna get Setsuna, and you're just gonna get Saizo, Reese, Sarah. Like that's all you're gonna get. And then you're gonna get Gaius, and then once you finally get that pity rate up, you're gonna get fucking Jacob. And yeah, that's basically how colorless works. So it sucks. So don't do it. I'm not gonna do it. And plus Olivia is pretty good, but she's not strong enough to warrant that. You know what? Like, I wish her defense was higher. I had no idea her defense was this low, because my idea with having, because I had an idea one time, like, oh dude, what if we had this colorless dancer who is neutral against every element, neutral against all the weapon triangle shit, and she can tank one hit from any color. That was my like, that was what I had in mind. Like, wow, we just get like a gray dancer and she can take one hit from anything because she's neutral color disadvantage against anything. But you know, she's got fucking like 31 HP and 12 defense. Like, what the fuck? So anyways, dreams crushed. Not gonna happen. Even if you chuck Fortress defense on her, she's not gonna survive. So yeah, I don't know, man. Alright, enough about Olivia. Smile on my face. You're right. Okay, now we got Shigure, which is a descendant of the songstress Azura. Sings in the here we go again. Sekenzia, while hiding his identity while using his real name. Okay, that's weird. Appears in Fire Emblem Fates, of course. He's got Dance of School, which is basically Breath of Life again. It's built into his weapon. It kind of sucks. Blue Mage. Blue Mage is good, but doesn't seem like he has that much attack potential, so might not be too good. He's got Sing, so we know what Sing does. He's got Geezer Dance, which, believe it or not, might actually be quite good, because if you're running a Blade Tome user, this will actually give you +8 into your blade attack, so that's good. He's got Blue Tomb Valor, which gives Blue Tombs. Oh, so he's got the Blue Tomb Valor. Okay. Well, this sucks. I don't have. Like, the only blue mage I have is Reinhardt, and he fucking kills everything by himself anyways. I've been trying to pull Lindy for the longest time now, but she's always eluding me. Even on her own banner, I pulled Cordelia twice and missed out on her. So, yeah, it's pretty useless for me. Delphia's never gonna come as well, so it's alright. Okay, so I guess because I was so talkative on the other dances that I've run out of things to say about this guy. Don't really want him, but I'll check out his stats. So starters, his HP starts at 31, and his neutral HP is 34. And he gets a 38 HP for his HP boon. So pretty low HP. Actually, all of them have low HP, so let's just get that out of the way. 28, 31, and 34, that's his attack. So attack is 28, 31, 34. So at neutral, his attack is going to be 43. Yep, 43. Yeah. Okay, so 43 is already higher than the other guy, but there's not too much. I guess you could just go with Inigo's build as well. Just give him the Raven Tomb for blue mages, and then make him, because he can't deal with Reinhardt because he's blue, but he can deal with Cecilia and what are the names again? Like Julia and Nino. Yeah, that's the ones. Okay, so probably would go, yeah, the Raven Tomb maybe a Blade Tomb. Anyways, his speed is 26, 29, 32. Oh my god. Okay, so he's awful. Like he's on the run, but his speed is so fucking low. He's on the walk, he's not on the run. So if you do not, even if you get a speed boon, that's just like you're still in danger of being doubled by everything in the whole fucking game. Like even I'm trying to think if Hector can double this guy, because my Hector is plus speed and he's got 28 speed. So with some hone speed stuff, 28 plus 4, 32, so 32 minus 5, 5, 27. Oh, okay. So he can almost double this guy, and Hector can't double anything. So this guy kind of sucks. Like his speed is just so horrible. It doesn't even matter what his defense and resistance are, because he needs to be able to take 2 hits no matter what because of his crap speed. Even if you get a speed boon, it's only going to be 32 speed. Okay, so his defense is 18, 21, and 24. And his resistance is 21, 24, and 28. So with the combination of his low HP and extremely low speed, he's basically dead. Like instantly dead, because his defense and resistance are on the low side. His HP is on the low side, and his speed is extremely low, and his attack is just low. Like not extremely low, but it's just low. So yeah, not that great, I guess. I don't know. It's like, for me personally, in this banner, I'm just gonna pull for the greens because I need Azura, and Aniyo's alright, I guess. I want Olivia. I really want Olivia, but I don't want to go through hell. So I don't want to go through colorless hell. So I'm not gonna do this. Not pulling for blue. Oh my god, this guy. Okay, so yeah, that is all the units, and as usual I've gone overtime and talked way too much. So I hope you enjoyed my somewhat more in-depth than I initially planned it to be, sort of analysis thing, review and all that stuff. But yeah, I promised I was going to rate the characters from best to worst at the end of the video. So because of the current meta in the arena, I think Inigo is probably at the top of the game because he can counter Reinhardt and Bravelyn at the same time, and he's a ranged dancer. Like he can do ranged damage, which some people cannot counter, and he's also a utility, so he's actually really good. Secondly, second best I'd say Azura, because that dance buff is extremely good if you use it in a specific way. Obviously it does not work the way I use dances, but she just has she has 3 good base stats, you know. She has really great attack, really great speed, and really great resistance, to the point where even if you get a resistance bane, she's still gonna survive magic attacks. Like her minus resistance bane is actually stronger than a lot of resistance boon in other characters. So that is how crazy it is. So yeah. And then Olivia's gonna be the 3rd best, and then Shigure, I'm sorry, but yeah, not that great. Although he does have the Geezer Dance and Blue Tomb Valor, so in terms of skills he's got some useful ones. But yeah, he's not too great. I wouldn't pull for blues in this banner. Anyways, that truly concludes this overextended character review session, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time.